Okay, looks like we are live. That's good. I was thinking, all right, how do I approach this? Well, I have to do things in public. It's the only safety I have as an activist. And it's the only safety anyone really has, honestly, because when you just tell no one or you keep things private, when bad things happen to you, no one's going to know about it. So I guess I will start off, and I'm sorry if I'm not going to look at chat. I just want to focus on this, and then I'll end the show. I'm going to read the email I just received, which is about an hour and 16 minutes ago. Not 56 minutes ago. I had to spend some time on setup. Okay, it's from my parent, in-law, my mother-in-law. It's a good person. I like her. I definitely don't agree on ideologies or thoughts. Alright, so she goes, Dear Ebon, someone described me to your post of today or maybe yesterday. It's actually almost every day. It'll be fun when I reply to her in the actual email. And of course, I'm trying to redact a lot of things, so you'll see some redactions. In which you were showing your guns and declaring your readiness to protect your family in case of house invasion. Not just house invasion, but we'll get to it. You may already know how I feel about guns and why I advocate for stricter gun laws. We've often taken your kidding about the NRA and your gun ownership with a grain of salt, so to speak. But I was really alarmed by this brazen act of showing off your weapons. I suppose you must have taken the post down, as when I went to see it for myself, I was unable to find it. That in itself is at least a good step in the right direction. After having a visit from the authorities, I cannot imagine what made you think it was a good idea. I never thought to ask before, but how do you store these weapons? Do you lock them up? I certainly hope so. Having them in the house, small children could be so dangerous. I have tried not to call you on some of your actions, which I find at the very least annoying, and some at the most upsetting. I suppose I need to give you an example. When Erica tries to tell the kids not to do something and you follow up telling them to do the very opposite, you undermine her directives. I think she is trying hard to be a good mother, and when you cancel out what she is trying to do... Oh, and then you cancel out what she is trying to do. I'm sorry to come down on you about this, but I felt it was time to say something. Okay, I have had my say, and I hope you will take it to heart. My wish for you is that you can maintain a happy family and that your children will thrive and become good humans. Erica, I included you so that you would be aware of my concerns. I will try not to meddle in the future, but I just felt it important to let my feelings be known. Sent with love, Karen. Okay, and here goes my response, and I'm probably going to have to move some things around so it keeps the redaction. Here. Oh, can you guys see it? Oh, not yet. Do I have to move it down? Okay, let's see. Will that affect it if I go up a little? No, not yet. There you go. So you kids can see I'm typing in real time in Gmail itself. Just so you stop that smart compose are aware, I am replying to this email in real time live streaming. This is for my protection as well as Erica's, Leela's, and Rowan's. Also, I have my shotgun brazenly shown and sitting on my lap as I type this. Okay, that part is done. Let us continue. All right. Yeah, the Facebook post was back in August. I think it was taken down because of Erica requesting it to be taken down. I do not take down any of my posts, videos, or live streams willingly on my own. The platforms themselves or the government platforms themselves, the corporations that own them, or the government will be the ones that take them down if they ever are. Okay. Now, let's see. Yes. Yes, I will take all appropriate actions to protect my family and loved ones. Whether it's deadly force, that's to be decided upon when the violence against me or my family take place. Let's see. I do not advocate at all at any time or place to have natural freedoms taken away from any individual, be it freedom of religion, speech, arms, or what have you. I swore an oath to defend the Constitution, foreign and domestic, and I will continue to do so. The NRA are part of the problem. The gun owners of America, which I am a lifetime member, are the ones I support. They what was that? Shall not be infringed. Infringe is and always should be the stance. On that note, let's see. The authorities have no authority over my freedom, which is why they could not do anything. And nothing I am doing or ever have done has been illegal. which is why my record is squeaky clean. And why I am trusted in all things. You don't believe me? I got quite a few phone numbers. I got quite a few videos, written testimonies, phone numbers. I have live stream keys, etc. I don't mess with any of that or do any of that stuff. Okay, now let's see. I store these weapons properly, as I always have, and that is why there has never been an incident, nor will there ever will be. My actions, however annoying to anyone, are my actions. I will be held accountable for any of my actions, and that's as much as I will say about that. If I undermine my wife's, what did she say, directives, it's typically in jest or in seriousness that may contribute to harm for those involved. Now where do I take this? Yeah. If you want to compare behavior in children, you may compare that Leela with that of Cora or Stella. You will notice the difference. That is because of the parenting that Erica and I provide. All right, let's see. The things I say is part of the discipline I provide for Leela and Roland. Again, you can see the differences between children and Leela. The issue with the Facebook post was that Erica had left Leela to walk our new dog, to walk our, at the time, new dog in our new neighborhood where no one really knows us, alone, without adult supervision. When she was just 4 years old. That is when that is the start of the issue with the Facebook post, and it spiraled out of control due to the people wanting to take away my right to speak. Corey, in his phone call to me on August 15th at 2018 at 07:42 in the morning, which you may request to the authorities to listen to, threatened violence to me, told me to stay away from his family, and that if I go anywhere near him, to bring my gun. He is either a liar, a coward, or a violent man. I will find out when he next sees me. Let's see, what else can I put in? Oh, there are things Erica and I do not see eye to eye many times, but we discuss them. When I am adamant about something, I typically repeat them, but give her the leeway of making the final decision. For example, last Friday, when it was really windy and I'd say about 18 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm not kidding, gusts of about 30 mph and about 18, she wanted to ride her bike to work. Before dropping off Roland, who would have been riding behind her on the bike. It was cold, slippery, windy, and not safe. Roland had he not practically ran to while Erica and towards the car where Neela and I were about ready to take off to her school, while Erica was getting, oh my goodness, getting her bike ready. I think I may have said that. Erica might not have changed her mind. I don't like that Erica rides her bike in these cold conditions, but it is her choice to make. I cannot stop her, but I can sometimes convince her that it may not be the best decision. And let's see. I guess that's it. Whatever way I may act or say things, it's always what would I say? It's always, there's always a reason for it. A good reason for it. It's also never to cause harm. Your feelings are always welcome, and feel free to email or call at any time to share them. Always with love and respect. There we go. And that is going to be sent. I'll send it now, but I don't want to show anything that I don't have to. And let me just get ready to hide it once I do. Oh, there we go. Hold on. And it would be Firefox browser ready, and there you go. All right, it's sent, and let me see. And I'll go to studio mode so you can verify. All right, I have to do this. All right, let's see. Firefox browser. Yeah, there it goes. I gotta move that up. There you go. Transitioned. You can see it was sent. And hold on. And if I refresh, let me see. Make sure it doesn't do anything I don't want it to do. Oh, that sucks. All right, let's go to studio mode. Go to Firefox again, and what does it say? No. Oh man. Won't show that part. Oh, I have to move it down. Oh wait, I know. There we go. See the transition 1 minute ago, and if I refresh again, and let me hide it. Third time's a charm, huh? Just so it's easily verified. In studio mode, Firefox browser, and oh, it's still the same. 1 minute ago. We'll wait another few seconds here. Now it says 2 minutes ago. Good. And here you go, and you can see that it's 2 minutes ago here. All right. Well, and I guess that will be that. And let's see. I'll go and get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. Transition. And that's it. Just wanted to do that while brazenly brandishing my shotgun. Like, I'm gonna cause a ruckus. And hell, people out there, go ahead, and if you're worried, contact the authorities again. They'll be like, are you serious? We're gonna have to drive all the way from Omaha to Columbus again for this. It's just wasting people's time. Or they could actually be doing something like going against the corruption that's occurring in our government. But they're part of it. You know, but they're order takers. It's okay. There's always a line. There's always going to be a line where someone out there just ain't going to cross. And we just got to hope that they see that there is a line that they won't cross, and they hold up to it and they go, no, I'm not going to cross that line. That line is wrong. It's committing violence, and I'm not going to do it. Find someone else to do it. You do it. The higher ups who are ordering, the order givers, just go back to them and say, you do it. If you want it done, you do it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to say. It's like, no, it is wrong. It is violent. If you want to do it, you do it. That's all it takes. And the world is going to be better, because those people who are giving the orders, they're not going to do it. They're cowards. They want you to do it. They're going to do things to you that you may regret, and it's not going to be, it may be somewhat violent. It's not going to be aggressively violent. They're going to be, you'll just be fired. You'll have like your pay taken away or something else taken away, whatever. They're going to make life uncomfortable for you until they find someone else that'll follow their orders to make your life more miserable. Do violence against you. They're not going to do it. And that's just the way that things work. That's how it's always worked. That's how they always get away with things. And there just has to be a few people out there, and I wish it was more people out there, but there's only a few, and it's a very small minority of people that are going to say no. Never. It's always going to be the principle. If you follow a principle, it doesn't matter. You're never going to do anything wrong. If it's all about the principle that you follow, whether it's freedom, truth, justice, that's exactly why you see that in my little snippet thingy. If you follow principles of that, you're never going to do any wrong. You're never going to commit violence on anyone else. You're going to respect the equality of individuals of everywhere. Just because one person's in one station in life, or is born somewhere else, or born here, or making this much money, or has this much views, has this much subscribers, have this degree, have this high position job, have this pension, have this stock option, have this whatever, that doesn't make them more equal to you. There's no such thing as more equal or less equal. That doesn't make them better human beings. That doesn't make them anything. People are equal in every way imaginable, and those who try to assert that equality are causing violence. They're causing harm. That's all it is. People have great intentions, good intentions. They just may not be the most up to date. Look, I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of studying, I do a lot of investigations on my own, and then all I ask is, when we're talking about a subject, is how much have you looked into it on your own? How much information do you know about it that you can just recite off the top of your head? Not just what someone else said, but just thinking about it in a way that reflects your viewpoint and your worldview. I could do the same thing to anybody. If anybody wants to come and ask questions about me, I'll answer them. I mean, I could talk about it at the top of my head, or at one point I'll go, I don't know. Or I'll think this, possibly this. And, you know, we just have to see and find out. Anyone could talk about technology and say, hey, what do you think about, I want a nice gaming rig for like $600. And next thing you know, they just want to spend $500 on high pricey CPU components and $100 graphics card. And I'll tell them that's the waste of money. If you really want to focus on gaming, spend your money on the graphics card that matters. And then not even up to that point is first thing I'm going to ask him is, what games do you play and at what monitor do you have? Are you going to get a new monitor or not? It's just about those types of questions that I ask back. And that's the same with anything else, whether it has to do with corruption, government, fake news, real news, journalism, First Amendment, Second Amendment, it's freedom, etc. Anything. I'm going to ask questions back so I could kind of figure out where you're coming from. And if you actually have a point going to it, and I usually have a point going to it, because the first thing that you look for is the contradiction, the hypocrisy. If someone's already being a hypocrite about something, is why are we having this debate? You're a hypocrite, and you're trying to find if I'm a hypocrite, but obviously we know I'm not the hypocrite. We just found out you're the hypocrite. So what's your stance? What are you trying to do? Just make me try to say something wrong, I guess, make a mistake? It's like, that contributes nothing. The discussion should be as it stands of what it's about. Anyways, I'm getting too much about this. What's been happening recently? Well, upgraded my server R2 to data center, SQL Server, not Windows Server 2012 to 2012 R2 data center, but person gave me the wrong keys and I had to install VAMT, which is volume, what is it? Maybe I'll just show you just so you can, no, because then you guys will see my product keys. I don't want you to see my product keys. And right now I would love to spend an hour before I probably go to sleep so I could set up my server 2016 data center for my excuse me. So that'll probably be part of the Unity 4J documentary, the server. But I also want to use it as a server for my own thing. And I have another server that I've been setting up that will be the test server for right now until the other one's underway. And that one's going to host another website of mine, which is just going to be just the stuff that I want to do locally to probably make ends meet, you know, rather than rely on my wife and my savings that are very rapidly depleting. But yeah, so that's it. Hope everyone is doing well. We'll see you another night, and my live streams will probably slow down a little bit for quite a while I'm working on a couple of things, so you won't see me doing a lot of this or Chet Mangold or any of the other on topics or even the connected dots. I'd love to go back to the connected dots because there's plenty more that I want to connect the dots of others. But you know, I'm spread thin in more ways than one, as you might notice. That I have to do things like this in public, which people don't have the full picture, and people won't name names, and people want to be very, very politically correct. They'll take one side of the story over someone else's. They'll say, "Oh my goodness, Ebon did this, blah blah blah." You can see exactly what I do. I would post my live streams because I put my live streams everywhere. I would live stream it on Facebook, but obviously Facebook does not want me to live stream. I don't know why, and I'm not gonna really care. At any rate, make sure you keep your guns stored in a safe place. Even if you don't have kids, store them in a safe place. Make sure the only person who has access to them and the ammunition is yourself. Make sure that you do not keep, if you need to register your firearms, depending on the state, maybe even county ordinances, that you keep them separately from the same place that you store your weapons. Because if they get stolen, your paperwork, your registration paperwork is going to be stolen as well. So keep them both separate. Anyways, if you are a gun owner and you want to follow the legalities of your town, your county, your state, and of course, well, federal, you don't really have to, then you're going to read up on a lot of stuff. You read up on, if you're a fisherman and you want to legally fish you know, actually have licenses and stuff like that, based on where you live within your state. Even areas that in your state that might be private or quite different than anything, may have different regulations. You're gonna have to read up on them and know about them. Same thing with hunting. There's strict regulations on that based on where you are at. So the people who are owners of weapons that are hunters and fishermen, etc., if they still have their licenses, it's because they're reading the rules, they know the laws, and they're following what's out there. And more so than people who don't, because they don't read into them. They don't look at the updates. They don't say, hey, can I fish here? Can I hunt here? When can I hunt? What can I hunt? Can I hunt using this? Can I hunt using that? Etc. All that stuff can be found on your probably state .gov sites. So, you know, that's if you want to follow the laws that don't have to be the laws to regulate whatever it is that they want to regulate. So that's why you have licenses and permits, etc. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Again, thank you very much if you are viewing this, and if you're not viewing this, thank you very much for not viewing this. And for those of you watching later, have a good day for that day and every other day. See you.